they're making a little bit of a run. You never know.
Yeah, and this is going to be a best of one game. So it is going to be really up to both teams here to try to make something happen. Ethereal does have plenty of opportunities, though, to make something shine. They've had plenty of time to sit in the tank and get ready. So I'm really going to feel like they've got opportunities to shine. Keyblades United, I feel like, is a team that probably is one of the teams that has like the most data on them, like throughout the Articuno Unite League. Mainly because Keyblades Unite, like I said with XO in that last game, they are a composition that absolutely loves their comfort picks. We always say how broken is the Decidueye whenever Candle's piloting it. And we've also seen Mari's probably been like the most dynamic player on that when it comes to like having a different choice of characters. But Keyblade United is a pretty straight and narrow team, but they do their job very well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. We got to see a lot of them last playoffs. It looks like we're ready. We do have the normal bands of Blastoise, Leafeon, no EX Mons, and then outside bands we do have Umbreon and Hoopa. All of those off the table before we even get to our in-game bans. And holy cow, we got another loser's bracket best of one to cast here, Ribbon, and I am just stoked about this one.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be just another equally matched game, honestly, in my opinion. It is going to be really to see who can control this early game tempo, because I feel like with a lot of the teams until that last game, honestly, I feel like whoever has made the significant early game plays has really not let their foot off the brake and really controlled the game. So that's I feel like how the tournament has been going so far. So we're probably gonna be looking for some early scalings from both sides.
Yeah, no T-Tar, so you don't have to worry about that thing scaling. No Tree, no Crustle, pretty standard bans. I mean, from what we've seen. I know we've talked about Candle on the Decidueye. No Phalanx. I mean, that's another Pokemon that, we've seen a lot of teams take in like a final spot. And here we go again. We got more Sylveon. And right now it looks like Gary's got it set for that more... towards that mystical fire build, that tankier Sylveon build.
Yeah, and I mean, Ethereal, honestly, probably taking a page out of V1's book here. Sylveon is really great and can really provide answers into anything that Keyblades United is going to try to do here. Interesting Lapras choice here from Keyblades United, dependent on what they pick in their 3 and 4 slots here. I do like this Pikachu, though. I think it's going to be stably one of the main things that is going to be able to keep this Sylveon in check once they get to level 4, because they have an equally strong leveling system along with that boosted basic being very fast, so they could be really great secures against this Sylveon that mainly would rely on either that Hyper Voice or that Mystical Fire, which is a little bit more of a timed DPS than just that instantaneous burst. So bot lane is going to be a very interesting dynamic here from both sides, honestly.
True. And I'm taking a look at some of these comps. We have that Meowscarada. Love that pick right now, especially if you want to try to get into that Pikachu backline, because you don't really want Pikachu to be able to use Thunderbolt Thunder for free. And we got the Decidueye once again, Ribbon. Candle's going to be on it. Gonna have to watch out for that Meowscarada, though.
Yeah, but I will say, unless Mari does a really good job of playing around this Decidueye, which, I mean, Keyblades Unite obviously knows how to play around Decidueye, honestly, perfectly. But the Ethereal does have angles to get in this team fight, and not only get in this team fight, but honestly also win in the mid game as well. This Metagross really, especially if they go for that Gyro Ball moveset, they could really out-sustain this front to back team fight that has come from both squads, and Sylveon will be able to put great damage down as well. So it's really going to be up to Keyblades Unite to try to get some catches, because I feel like if Ethereal is 5-man strong, they're going to be an absolute menace to stop.
Yeah, this is a very, very tanky team for Ethereal. I mean, you have just 4 Pokemon that you know, generally tanky. I mean, Metagross, those shields are huge. You have the Slowbro, one of notoriously the most tanky Pokemon, and you have that Blissey. I mean, I don't know if this team's gonna die. It's gonna be really tough for Keyblades. I'm worried about Candle on the Decidueye. I say that now, and then maybe, you know, in 10 minutes we're gonna be talking about how Candle's the MVP. But just Meowscarada is just so strong into those mages and those squishy Pokemon. So we'll see what they're able to do. But here we go. That's why we play the game.
Yeah, I feel like Ethereal has drafted a really great shot at getting this win because they need this win and they need this win now. This is a best of one situation. So every piece of farm, every minute is going to count.
Absolutely. Bottom side, though, looks like Pikachu is able to secure that early farm, just like we had talked about earlier. Looks like Mari is going to be popping that X attack on that Machop, trying to get some stacks in early. This Clefable is going to try to help it, and Blissey's going to be going down. Those stacks are going to be coming in hot right now.
Oh, wow. Candle opting out of the level 5 evolution there to stop Josh while they were stacking. Honestly, a really great call because they'll have this farm to fall back on and get that level 5, and they get level 5 on the Machoke as well. So this is going to be a really tough job for Ethereal to try to get any sort of engagement up here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Clefable's going to try to suss out where Ethereal is setting up. We do have this Meowscarada, the Floragato, looking to try to engage from the backside. They find the Decidueye. They're going to try to jump onto it. Unfortunately, unable to get a lot of that, but the farm does go over to the side of Ethereal. We do have Blissey get involved. That Blissey is going to be going down by the hands of that Decidueye. And it looks like Keyblades Unite are going to take that and maybe continue pushing their advantage.
Yeah, Keyblades Unite has plenty of opportunities to push that in, but it doesn't look like Ethereal was exactly out of options there. They did secure some of that middle farm. They will be getting this Metang online, so Ethereal honestly probably wiping the sweat off their brows considering that they recovered that early game.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty massive for them to have that Metang already, despite, you know, kind of losing a couple of KOs early on before those birds. But we have 8-minute Altaria family going to be spawning in the middle. Looks like Machamp is just going to ignore that and go and stack some more. Now, honestly, I don't blame them for that, especially considering Candle is going to be able to get a lot of these for free. Sylveon's going to try to run on in, throw a Hyper Voice in. Decidueye is going to have to back on away, otherwise they might be going down. But I believe they ended up getting that with the big Spirit Shackle.
Oh, I do like that positioning on that Trailblaze from Barry, hopping behind the Pikachu so they could not Volt Tackle away to safety. They do get that catch, but unfortunately caught out. They remain as well. Candle is here to provide some support. They are going to catch out Avery and continue to make it rain. Keyblades United still got a pretty solid control on this early game, but Ethereal is still finding their levels and they're still finding the tempo, so Keyblades Unite only has a slight lead right now.
Yeah, the Hyper Voice is doing a bit of damage into this Lapras Clefable combo, but Lapras is going to find the KO onto the Slowbro. That's massive. This Clefable doing so much to keep this team alive. Those Moonlights are going to be doing a ton of healing, especially once they hit that level 10 Power Spike with Moonlight Plus. We do have Basement Reggies that are spawning, and a Keyblades Unite is going to just start gripping and ripping this. Are they going to be able to rip it in time before Ethereal shows up? They're going to peel back because the team did show up a little bit early. Big Spirit Shackle into the Meowscarada. Meowscarada is going to have to dive on away. Regis Rock is going to reset, but I think the damage is done, and Keyblades Unite is going to take this off the map.
Oh, wow, really close secure of that Regieleki right there. Unfortunately, Ethereal is probably going to have to surrender this tier 1. It looks like they've opted to leave this Metang in the top side. They're going to try to get some sort of value down here, but unfortunately, all they're seeing is low health bars that are being immediately filled up by this Clefable. The Wish has popped up, they roll fly and crash down on Ethereal's hopes of holding this tier 1.
Oh, yeah, that wish is not granted, that's for sure. 165, 102, but does look like they get some value in return on that top side. They get that Regieleki, they get some scores in, but it looked like Candle just shot a Spirit Shackle from downtown and said that's our blue buff, and you're going to be able to get away utilizing that, the Shadow Snake, just barely able to get by honestly, like 1 HP in a dream, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. Close calls right there for Candle, getting them maybe possibly a little bit too greedy with that stack, but Josh being left alone in this top side has allowed them plenty of farm and plenty of XP already, almost level 11, matching their jungler and matching the enemy carries on the side of Keyblades Unite as well. So Ethereal's really going to have to rely on this Metagross to help carry them into the late game.
Yeah, I mean, this is not too bad. I mean, you lost an objective, you trade for that top lane, you still get a ton of experience, but here we go. Sylveon's gonna have to utilize their XP to dash on away from that engage. Pikachu up here on the top side, holding down the fort. That goal's at A. Big Spirit Shackle gonna push away Ethereal here. And the Hyper Voice as well is going to try to keep them at bay, but the Machamp's punches are too strong. Blissey is going to be going down at the hands of that Pikachu. Another Hyper Voice into the team fight. Machamp, though, is just doing so much damage. I'm really liking the pick here by Keyblades Unite.
Yeah, they do allow Ethereal to get a score into that bottom side. Josh tried to get a score in that top side as well, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough, and that is going to be a 30-point overcap on top of this tier 1. Ethereal is quick to respond, though, in securing this Regirock. Meanwhile, Keyblades Unite is going to be taking that top side. It looks like it's going to be a 4-minute meetup in this top lane for both teams to try to get some sort of value, and that's a very dangerous time in Pokemon Unite.
Yeah, Ethereal is going to be able to close down this tier 1 goal in this basement side. That's actually a pretty big bit of catch-up XP for that Sylveon. But we have 3 members along with this Regieleki, make it 4 members pushing this tier 2 goal. They're going to be able to do it. Here comes the Compute and Crush on top of this Decidueye. But no, it's a big return KO for that Pikachu and the squad of Keyblades Unite. Here comes the Thunderstorm on out as well, and that was a huge play to not get KO'd for that Decidueye.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does look like Josh will respond in time to catch this Regieleki and hopefully burn it down before it does go in, but going down in return, Ethereal's going to have to try to hold this offense right here against 5 members of Keyblades Unite. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job, Kyle.
Yeah, here we go. Big team fight, though. Metagross does go down. A couple return KOs for Ethereal is the Machamp and the Pikachu. So getting a couple of Pokemon that have scaled pretty decently already. So that's a big it's a big amount of catch-up XP if you're on the side of Ethereal. So you're pretty happy with not losing that entire goal right there. 189, 275 here. 1 minute left till double time. Looking pretty strong on the side of Keyblades right now.
Yeah, both teams are just choosing to take this time to catch their jungle, get these last little bits of farm. I do believe Mari is not on the cross chop, so getting that level 13 will evolve the close combat plus. It's going to allow them to do a lot more damage on whatever target they choose to land on. But Ethereal is already stacking into their levels as well, unfortunately, with this last 20 seconds. So it looks like they're missing a few Unites, but those should be coming back soon online.
Yeah, Basement Reggie's going to spawn. 4 members of Keyblades are here, ready to grip and rip, and that's exactly what they're going to do. It is going to be free for them, so they are going to be able to take this. The top Regieleki, I'm not sure, Ribbon, if there's going to be enough time, but they are ripping it pretty quickly.
Oh, that's a Night Slash along with the Mystical Fire, or excuse me, a Hyper Voice Sylveon, so they will be able to burn that really well. Unfortunately, not a lot of points. The only real big point carrier right now is Josh, and so that does go in, and a score could change the tide of the score, Kyle.
Yeah, I think Josh is going to be running towards the hills. They're going to grab that 100. They're going to grab that point lane, make it 98. Sorry, math's a little off today, but that is going to grab the score lead for them, at least for the time being. I'm not sure if either team knows exactly where they stand. I think they know it's probably close, but we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like 307 to 275. That is one close battle indeed. All Ethereal really needs to do now, probably knowing that they broke that tier 2 in the top side, it's probably safe to assume that they are in the lead from an in-game perspective. So all Ethereal really has to do is not get picked out by these Spirit Shackles. But already they look like they found a pick on the top side, Kyle.
Yeah, Knock Knock Unite is going to go into the side of Ethereal. Metagross is going to find the back of the Pokemon Center, but in return, 2 members go down for Keyblades. Make it 3 members. The Sylveon is absolutely popping off. The Hyper Voice is so strong, making a 4-piece ribbon. Are they going to get the Penta? And Lapras is going to go down. Ethereal is going to take the clean team wipe, and that is it. Slowbro, Smash, we're going to have a conversation. You just stole that Penta.
Absolutely. Professor Smash could probably write their thesis paper on how they stole this pentakill, but Ethereal is going to take down this Rayquaza, Kyle, and probably secure their spot in advancing in the losers bracket. Unfortunately, this is probably going to be the end for Keyblades, but they can break these shields and stop the clock. But with 10 seconds left, something needs to happen here. And with Slowbro possibly getting in this 50 bomber, that is going to seal it up. Ethereal takes it and moves on.
Whoa, in a blink of an eye, Gary with that crazy Sylveon play. Quadra KO, Smash cleans it up with that Surf Slowbro, and it was Kawa bummer for Keyblades Unite and Ethereal. They're moving on. That was a wild finish.
Yeah, it just looks like they found an opportunity to catch Mari out in the moment and were able to burst her down. She did get out their Unite move, but was quickly dispelled by the Bliss assistance of Avery. And landing on top, they probably intended to land on top of that Metagross, but instead hit it the Slowbro, but that's still perfectly fine. They were able to justify that by Barry getting that flank and shutting down Candle right there. And once Candle fell, the rest of Keyblades Unite were quick to follow, especially with Gary landing those perfect hyper voices.
Yeah, I mean, didn't miss a note on the voice, that's for sure. Big match, 507 275, your final 59k damage by that Sylveon. How broken is Sylveon, Ribbon?
Yeah, no, it's doing a lot of damage and a lot of work. I was only saying for months that this is such a great and safe pick to take early on in draft, but it was like, no, supports are so hard, takes are so broken. And I'm like, but Sylveon is also broken because Sylveon is the thing you answer with tanks. So, yeah. A really great job right there from Ethereal. They found the opportunity to catch Keyblades Unite off guard, and boy, did they take it.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Huge win there. Congrats to Ethereal. Good season for Keyblades. Obviously, great run. Unfortunate ending for them, but that's probably not the the ending that they were hoping for in the season tournament. But Ethereal, they've made a pretty good run here in this losers bracket. I mean, are they able to keep the momentum going and maybe have that salty run back of round 1?